1100. What I'm doing, getting money. What we doing, getting money. What they doing, hating on us, but they never call. Cash money still a covenant. And bitch, I'm the boss, and I be stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. Stunning like my daddy. I be stunning.
What up, WVUFFL? Commish here. Live with the Commish. First showing, I know you guys have anxiously awaited, and the first thing I want to come out and just say in general is, one, I want to apologize to Jim. Jim, technical difficulties again, the second interview that we did. So wasn't able to upload your video. You had a great interview, guys. Great interview. So we're gonna get him next week because I don't have the heart to ask him to interview again the third time. Apparently, I need to use a Mac. So I'm using Rockwood's Mac, and well, I don't know what Rockwood is because I think he's off with like little boys or something. But so yeah, got it all figured out finally. But Jim was kind of like my test guy, and I kind of screwed him over twice. But so we'll get him next week. It was a great interview and still a great person to talk to. So want to just start off by saying, guys, looking at the league right now, I got my iPad out, checking stuff out. You know, what a league. I have not seen a league this close in ever. I mean, I'm looking at the stats right now. We got 7 people at 5-5, 3 people at 4-6, and Jim and Jared atop of the leaderboard at 7-2. Everybody has a chance to make the playoffs. As you guys know, 8 teams make the playoffs. And I'm looking at the stats right now, and holy crap! Even my parents, who are 3-7, got a shot, and that's saying something because that's how close it is, and they're last. So just want to jump right into it. I'm gonna give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Connor, hell of a win yesterday, beating Flynn. It's huge. Taking down #1 guy. He's still #1, but it's still huge. Tony, shout out for being Rockwood. You needed 1.1 points, and I was honestly a little bit nervous for you because I didn't think you were going to make it. And I want to give a shout out to Arthur. AJ, my man, beating Nils. That's huge. And guys, the When Will Nils Win Again watch has started, and hopefully we'll get into that. But just want to say, Commish is doing the show pretty much though to really be involved because I obviously contracted out my writing duties to CJ, not Carl, the owner of Toughest Nils. It's CJ, completely different, but unbiased. That's how we do it here at WVUFFL. I almost said OPFFL because I'm in a league. Commish is in his own fantasy league, not in this one, but he's in a league from high school, tough league. But just want to clear up a couple things. Jimmy Olo show. I've heard rumblings from a lot of people, and I just want to set the record straight. The Jimmy Olo show owner Bill and I don't have an affiliation. I don't know if you guys know that or not, but we're not related at all, and we don't even know each other. I mean, he's one of the owners. I know him like every other owner, but the Commish is unbiased. The Commish is looking for the integrity of the league, and I want to throw that out there and make that clear to everybody because, I mean, I'm not biased. And it's funny because I was, you guys know I was over in London promoting the league for international stuff, and it was a good sight to see. A lot of fans, and the league's growing. It really is. We got a long waiting list of people who want to get in. So consider yourselves lucky, and you guys are in a great league. I saw kids walking around with Artie shirts, just shirts that said Artie. Big fans of Harvin. Had to catch 2. Had big fans for Jared. A lot of kids are walking around with inflatable arms because obviously he's jacked and he likes to show his arms without wearing a shirt, which we know it's uncomfortable. But Yeah, so the league's doing great. There's even Steel Nils shirts out there, which I'm surprised there's even fans left at this point for him. But main thing is, Commish is Commish. Got that out in the open. Good. We're done. Moving on. So yeah, we're gonna get into some callers because, I've talked a lot already, and I want to give you guys a chance to talk and really just see what the heck's going on. So, I'm gonna give. Well, you know what? We tried Jim earlier, and we said that, and I don't want to bug him again. But you know who we're gonna call, which I think will be an interesting phone call, and like I said, I don't have this planned, but because I don't really, I'm not gonna plan it. It's a spontaneous show. We're spontaneous people, but we're gonna call somebody who I think will be a great interview, and let's see if we can get him on the phone. We're gonna call Josh, JQ, get him on the phone and see how his team's doing, and I think it'll be a good interview if he's around. So we'll see what we got here and go from there. Let's see what we got. See if he doesn't answer. We're gonna have to find him. So hopefully he answers, right?
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system. 304261449.
That's a fine. It's a fine right there, and that's okay, because, Josh, it's all right. We'll move on. I think a good person that we're going to have to call is this guy right here, Mr. Stalker. He had a big win this week, and I think he'll be a good person to talk to. But JQ is going to get fined for that. Maybe suspended. I'm not really sure. When the commish calls, you better answer. That's how it works.
Hello.
Connor, it's the commish.
What's up?
How you doing, buddy? You're on live with the commish right now.
Well, that's fun.
So I just wanted to talk about your team a little bit. I know I'm calling you out of the blues. It's kind of a spontaneous call that, I just thought would be a good interest to the show because you had such a big win this week. Knocking off... What's that?
Is this on Google? Is this on Google?
This is on YouTube, but you'll see it. Don't worry. So knocking off Flynn, that's a big win for you. How you feeling?
My team's on the up. I mean, got some injuries. Worried for this week. Roethlisberger's injured. Hopefully he'll settle in. If not, I'm gonna have to look to get another one with Eli on the bye week.
Yeah, definitely.
Fred Jackson has a concussion because the scumbag Brandon spikes.
Yeah,
and,
I'm looking at your team right.
One of my top receivers is on the bye, so this week's going to be a real test.
Yeah, I'm looking at your team right now. It's great. It's a great team, and that was a huge win beating Flynn. Number one person in the league, and I saw it on Twitter. You were really pumped about it, and I hope that Roethlisberger injury doesn't come back to bite you, but. What are your thoughts for a playoff push? You think you're in good shape?
Oh yeah, I'll be fine in the playoffs. I wasn't really worried about being Flynn. His focuses were on winning the Mountaineer push-up contest and not fantasy football, so that really wasn't a worry for me. He had 100 push-ups in that, but he couldn't put up 100 points last week, so that's fine.
Oh, Flynn does like to work out his team. I think he's more concerned about the strong aspect of it than the actual talent part. But, I think he's doing all right. But, here's my question, and I think this is a great question because I think it's the biggest issue in the league right now. But I know you're an opinionated guy. What do you feel about Nils right now? What's going on with his team?
Let's check it out. I haven't really paid attention to Nils much. I usually just focus on my squad.
Well, that's good. But, Nils has lost. He's 5-5 now. That guy, he was at top of the league for pretty much the whole year. And he's losing to teams now like AJ. He lost last week. He's lost 4 weeks in a row. What's going on?
3 weeks in a row. Commish. after our trade, we made Dwayne Bowe for Alfred Morris. Also, Sidney Rice was thrown in there. He lost a solid running back in Morris for Washington, which helps my team out a lot.
Yeah.
Also, he's struggling at the quarterback position with RG3. He had a solid beginning of the year, but he's kind of slowing down the past 2 weeks and doesn't really have anyone to back up. I'm not going to throw Tannehill in there, even though he's had some 3 good weeks out of the year.
Yeah, I mean, Nils is struggling, and I think it's an interesting story to watch because I don't know if he's going to make it or not. And I think if he gets one more victory, he'll be fine. But there's 3 weeks left, and with how close this league is right now, I think if he drops, 2 or 3, it's going to be tough to make the playoffs.
I think he'll take Rockwood out this week.
Yeah, well, Rockwood actually just came back from his thing, and you get off our show. But yeah, I think his team sucks. So,
Whoa!
So yeah, I mean, I think
the only reason he's winning is because he has Doug Martin and Matt Ryan.
And if they don't show up, he's in trouble, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Well, AP too, but I mean, I'm not really intrigued by anyone else on this team.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was good talking to you, Connor. I appreciate you taking your time. I know it was kind of a spontaneous call, but I appreciate it because I know you're one of the dedicated owners in the league, so I wanted to get your perception on how things were going because I can always count on you to bring the intensity out.
Yeah, no problem. I'll see you Saturday, buddy.
All right, sounds good, Connor. Have a good one.
All right, too.
Well, guys, that was Connor's take on it. He was a good person to talk to. Like I said, I wish I wouldn't have had the technical difficulties because the interview I had with Jim earlier was a really good one, but I don't have the heart to call him again because, the upload error really kind of messed up things, and I ended up losing that whole interview. But we will talk to him next week. It will be a good time because he's an enlightened kind of guy, and he likes to give his opinion on stuff. But I mean, I really don't have much else to say. Connor was kind of just threw him in there, get an interview out there. The shows will get better as the year goes on. This is kind of a first pilot. Connor, thanks for talking to me, and everybody else who participated, appreciate it. AJ, you're getting fined, and Josh, you're getting fined for not answering my phone call. But really, looking at the standings, I want to highlight one more time, it's anybody's league to win right now, and really, with the standings as close as they are, I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully Justin doesn't make it because that will be an issue for everybody. But, we'll see if Jim still stays atop, and we'll see if Flynn can right the ship. And I guess the Will Nils win again watch has began because who knows what's going to happen with CJ. Hopefully he can keep the victory going because he's a good guy to have in the league. But if he doesn't make the playoffs, it's going to be a catastrophic downfall for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the Live with the Commish show. Like I said, each week will be a little bit different. This week was kind of a pilot, testing stuff out. Next week we'll get into it, and as the weeks progress, we'll have a good interpretation of what's going on. So thanks for listening, guys. Stay tuned for the story. CJ will have a story up soon. And if you guys have any questions or if you think you want to be on the Live with the Commish show next week, just give me a text and a reason why I should give you a call. And if not, I'll be texting you. I'll be in contact. So thanks for listening, guys. Talk to you later.